you feel a spray of warm liquid splash across your face before you hear something heavy slump to the floor right next to you.
You bastard, you took Harrison from me!
It never happened.
Welcome back! As Fickle materializes in. We are back with Occult Origins here, with our 10th chapter today, ominously named Methods for, narrative purposes. Today, we are back with the cast and crew. Want to go around and say hello to everybody, catch up on everybody, tell us what you're up to, who you are, and what you're playing. We'll go in reverse order. Let's start with Garbo.
I'm Garbo Games. I'm over streaming right now, currently Stray, and I'm just back here ready to bring it back in with Georgia, and things are going really well, all things considered.
And then moving on over to Fickle.
Yeah, hey everybody, I'm Fickle Ficus, or you can call me Brian. I play Rory Sheck here on Occult Origins. I'm a variety streamer and a dad now also, so I'm tired all the time, but things are good. And that's all. I'm excited to play this game.
Beautiful. And then over to Melly.
Hi everyone, I am Melly de Marsen, playing as Livy, also known as Melia de Marchand. And, I'm excited to jump back in. I unfortunately had to miss the last session, so I'm just really excited to be back with the gang and to see what kind of shenanigans we're getting ready to, continuing to get into.
And then over to Squingleberg.
Hello, it is me, Squingleberg, also Troy, but in this game I am playing Billy Graves. I am a keen-eyed hunter who went from rags to not quite riches. He's a little bit more clean-cut. He's got a shave. He's looking pretty trim. He cleans up nice. He's a conspiracy theorist. He's hot on the trail of some shit that he had no idea he's going to get himself into. I knew going into this weird kind of temple cult meeting last time took me into an unexpected territory, but Billy is still in the middle of it, and I'm excited to be here.
All right, with everybody introduced and stuff, let's just kind of go a little bit over what happened last week, because there was quite a bit that we had to unpack. First of all, there was Georgia and Livy. Oh, hello, Golden, welcome in. But last time, we had Rory and Georgia, who ended up wanting to investigate one of the plaques they had found at the lighthouse the day before. They went to the cemetery, ended up finding one of the tombs, the catacombs had the golden plaque in question, and inside they found a hatch that had a ladder that led down into what seemed like a series of tunnels. Unfortunately, as they kind of turned around to leave, they were held at gunpoint by the gravekeeper, who ended up escorting them at gunpoint to an undisclosed location. As that kind of went down, Billy Graves and Livy Domingue went to a clandestine meeting that they had set up with their sister, her sister, just the night before. It took place at a bakery where, unfortunately, she was stood up. No one showed up. And as she left, she did notice a acquaintance of hers, kind of waving her down, nervously pacing. He was a little flush and feverish, but he had a message from the sister to give to Livy, which was to meet her at 7 o'clock at the theater later that night. As we round back over to Rory and Georgia, they are led to the memorial hall, a side door. And as they are ushered in to a familiar face of Scott Hall, they are questioned about their intentions here, disseminating that they aren't with the organization in question, and that they are indeed potential allies, he decided to reveal his cards, and they discovered that James Barrister, the detective they worked for initially in this and brought them all in together, was actually still living and helping tunnel out sapper tunnels into these mysterious passageways underground. With all that said and done, the group kind of reconvened and headed out to their various points of interest, as it were. Billy had a meeting with the Reverend Sardonicus. Georgia and Livy headed out to their meeting with Samara, and Rory decided to use this time to take a peek into the basement of the house behind the parish on the, or the chapel, I should say, on Pigeon Cove. The meeting with Sardonicus went tensely, to say the least, but Billy agreed to find a missing daughter of his and pay a ransom to a alleged kidnapper that was located in a motel just outside of town. After shaking on it, we flitted over to Rory, who infiltrated the basement, leaving a knife in the door jamb to serve as an alarm, and ended up finding a girl having what looked like a tea party with her two crows. After a conversation that left him a little bit on the edge of his seat, they decided that he was going to abscond with the girl at her request, and as heading to the stairs, the knife dropped from the door frame. With all that said, that was a mouthful, and I need to take a drink. But that being said, we are going to go ahead and roll the trailer. When we come back, we're going to set the stage, and we'll get started. So, see you soon.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. With all the recap out of the way, and me forgetting to hit record until now, to set the stage, it is evening of September the 2nd, 1920. The fog in Rockport takes an amber glow as the sun sets on the horizon. Georgia and Livy walk towards the sunset down the street, towards the Rockport Theater, as the waves behind them roll onto the shore and crows swirl above them and caw.
Hey, can I be candid for a moment?
Absolutely. You've never held back before.
I've been a little out of my element on this mission. I'm trying on a new hat, as it were.
Yeah?
When I started with Rupert and when I started with this whole thing, certain protocols in place, safety concerns, ensuring that acquisitions are properly made and received. I always thought them too brutal To cut and dry, you've witnessed their methods before.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I wanted to see how it went out, see how it played. I have to say, with it, barring a few flips of cover and a few odds and ends here, this has actually been working out quite well.
It's a little bit scary that you say that, given we've taken so much caution, and I don't have much experience with this whole world, and it's super exciting, but it's also very terrifying, considering now my sister's in the midst of it in some way, shape, or form. But do you think that's a bit of a bad omen, Georgia? Things
Not
going
necessarily.
too well?
I mean, honestly, some missions just run smoothly. It's not often, granted, but I thought it was odd. The car. I never mentioned it because it just sat weird with me. But, you remember Hermes, the first one we drove through?
Yes.
In Rupert's great wisdom, he gave us Anubis, which I thought was odd.
How do you mean?
Anubis, I don't know how well you know in mythologies, but Anubis essentially guided the souls to the other side. Wait, of course, but he was there to guide them. It's not a good omen or bad, just notice.
Do you think that was Rupert kind of telling you something, a deeper message of you probably won't be coming back?
And there's always that risk that somebody's not coming back, and that's just the world we work in.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that, but I think it might be onto it being a message. Just not sure what that is yet.
Gotcha. Well, I've got to say, I'm pretty glad that you're coming with me on this portion of the journey. It's I'm really hoping that she's okay. I'm really, really hoping.
Hopefully she is, and hopefully we won't have to resort to their methods of doing things.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't have to come down to this, but Georgia, honestly, if I have to lay down my life to save my sister, I will do it. And I don't want you to feel any way obligated to go down with me. My purpose is to make sure she's okay. That's all I've done my entire life. Like, I don't know who I would be or where I would be without her.
What if you wanted to do, if this has been what you've done, it must be something else, some aspiration of your own? You must have had dreams.
Yeah. But honestly, at this point, all of those pale in comparison to know that she's here within my grasp. I can't think of anything else right now. I truly wish I could be selfish and walk away from all of this and say, well, this is what I want to do, and this is where I want to be, and, be on the big stage like her, or anything like that. But She's within reach, Georgia. She's so close. I can't.
Let's say we all make it out of this. You have her now. What do you do? Where do you go from there? You have made an agreement.
Yeah. If we make it out of here, Georgia, my second sole purpose in life will be to... I just want to learn. I want to learn about all of this mystical, magical everything. I'm going to go to every bookshop, every magic shop. I'm buying all the candles, Georgia, every single last one of them. So good luck. All the salt will be mine. And I'm just going to be like a rune master. But again, that's after, you know, my first goal, which is saving Samara, of course.
And as you kind of
Might be able to make.
As you kind of wrap up this, you see the theater just right up the block from you. You'll be there momentarily. Continue. Sorry.
Well, I think I may be able to help and accommodate at least a couple of those things.
I sure hope so, Georgia. You are stuck with me, so you have to make it.
Well, then you're just gonna have to make it home now, aren't you?
I think that's a deal.
As you kind of saunter up to the alley at the theater and approach the kind of the box office, you know that the doors are currently closed. There's no show tonight, and no one seems to be like waiting out front for you. So as you kind of loop around the building, you end up passing a side door that just, as you kind of your feet's kind of scraping the alleyway, it kind of cracks open just a little bit, and you see a familiar face peek out. Oh, good. Come on in. She ushers you inside.
Is it you? Is it really you?
As the door kind of opens up and you step into the side of the lobby, she grabs your shoulders and jostles you a bit as she speaks. What? You see like tears welling up a little bit. She's smiling, but there's a little bit of conflicted emotion there, and she's like, "What? Why are you here? Who is she?" And she looks over to Georgia.
I'm here for you, dum-dum. This is Georgia. She's
Okay, keep it.
my new friend. Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
okay. Come with me. And she kind of like looks around and leads you through the lobby back, kind of through a door backstage. As you kind of go past like the curtain, like ropes and all various stuff back there, she leads you into like one of the dressing rooms, where a vanity, armoire, and loaded clothing rack line the walls of the room. She kind of closes the door and locks it behind both of you. I thought you were going to set the feds, or even that PI friend of yours. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love that you came, but like, I said send help, not charge in here like Galahad.
Samara, calm down. This is better than the feds. Like, first of all, are you okay?
Of course, yes. Well, all things considered, of course.
Really?
I mean, like, I didn't expect you to come here yourself. I mean, I don't know why I thought anything else, but anyway, she like, something dawns on her, and she's like dumbstruck for a second, and she like pulls you into a hug, and her arms kind of dig into your ribs a little bit. You notice it's a little easier to get your arms around her than it used to be.
Tamara, you look a little bit bare. You clearly haven't been eating all your favorite foods.
Well, yeah, I you're not wrong. Well, where do I start?
Well, how about I want to hear about everything. I've missed you so much, but
I missed you too. And she kind of holds your hands.
I want to get you out of here as quickly and as safely as possible.
Okay.
I know that you weren't expecting it to just be the two of us, but trust me, we've seen so many things, and I think we're the best we've got to get you out of here. I really do.
Well, don't get me wrong, I really appreciate it, and it means the world. I just...
Why
have a seat.
hesitating?
Have a seat.
Okay.
Look, originally I came here for a casting opportunity. I had some dreams about this place and, figured what the hell. And I ended up getting a regular spot here at the theater. It was really only after settling in that I kind of start to notice things were off.
Well, why didn't you get the hell out of Dodge right then and there?
Well, that's the thing, that people need help. There's other people who aren't aware, or let's be real, just plain dumb, but they do need our help. They're falling into this trap. It's I started noticing after a little bit the late night gatherings and missing persons, and there was even a strange illness that's roaming around the town. Also, so I kind of overheard some rumors that Deandre, she's making moves to overthrow the old reverend.
Really?
Apparently, he's gotten rash over the last several years. He used to be a little bit more nice, but he apparently suffered from an attack of some sort. Anyway, I don't know all the details, but I've been here long enough that Deandre is starting to trust me, and I think...
Samara, don't tell me you're getting sucked into this world too.
Listen, I'm not getting sucked in. I just see all these people just falling into something that they can't see. And people are getting sick. They're falling. They get flush, and then they just don't. They go to sleep and they don't wake up. And that's the lucky ones.
Not to sound cynical, but what the hell does that have to do with you?
Well, I can't not do anything, right? You think I can just walk away?
Trust me, I understand.
Exactly. So...
But what do you plan to do about it? What is the best outcome that...
Well, honestly, I was hoping that you'd bring the feds or some firepower with you so that, well, not with you, but send some, and maybe we could disrupt the power. I don't know. This is all kind of new to me. I'm not a spy.
Okay. Georgia, you're the one that's seen the most of this out of any of us. Does any of this sound familiar to you?
Can I do a mythos check for the or occult, anyways, for the sickness?
I will say that you can either do that or a like science biology check, but without like with just like describing the symptoms, it's about as good as like typing it, into Google.
Fair. Yeah. Well, I can at least say that the feds would not be of much use, and in fact, a couple probably that used to pose as them are here in town, working for the opposition. Now, what I can say is, if she's willing, we could ally ourselves with Deandre.
Is it just you two?
Oh no, we have a couple other friends, and actually the investigator you mentioned also happens to be here. It's part of why we came in the first place.
Well, maybe you can help, and maybe allying with Deandre might be the way to solving all the problems. We can find these missing people and maybe even figure out what's causing this illness.
And you're sure Deandre can be trusted?
I mean, she kind of gives you that knowing look, as much as any of these people can.
Fair
I
enough.
think she'll at least be willing to cooperate long enough to see an end to her little problem, which benefits us in the long term. It's a win-win. She sounds reasonable enough of a woman. I'm sure she would see that.
Okay. I'm glad you think so. Now, she kind of just cringes just a little bit. She goes over to the door and unlocks it and takes a step back as the door knob turns. And Deandre walks in within a black and white Art Deco style halter dress.
Oh, glad I put on my face.
Looks like we already had our decisions made for us. As I give a sharp, cutting eye to my sister.
She does not meet your gaze and looks kind of down at the floor a little bit.
Georgia just kind of leans in. That's not entirely uncommon.
Deandre walks in and it's a pleasure. Deandre,
Georgia
right?
will rise to meet her and take her hand. Melanie Noct, pleasure. We've met before. Briefly.
Yes, charmed. And
We'll do the same, and
yeah.
she'll cut to the chase because she's certain that Samara has already divulged plenty.
Okay.
Charmed.
As she shakes your hand. So, let's follow me, if you will, and we'll discuss things in my office. And she steps out of the hallway, and Samara is just like, "It's fine. I'm sorry. I had no choice." And she kind of whispers that as you step out into the hallway and follow Deandre. Thank you for the follow, Gold. It was nice seeing you. Have a good night. With that, we will go ahead and cut over to Billy, who is currently in the en route to the Turk's Head Inn just outside of town. Let me go ahead and get things set up. As the door opens for you and you step out, the man closes it behind you and says, "I'm going to just do a loop around the block just so people don't get suspicious. I'll be here to pick you up once you're done." You're muted.
Do I have the money?
Yeah, the briefcase. It's not really a briefcase. It's more like a a bag, like a small duffel bag.
Says, all right, well, listen, maybe don't be too far around the block in case this whole thing goes south.
No, I'm just going to take it up. He kind of points at the cross section. I'm just going to take it around Eden Road and come back down South Street. No worries.
Are we in a car?
He kind of opened the back door for you, and you're standing kind of outside the car.
Gotcha. Yeah, while I'm leaning in, I'll kind of like do a quick check. I got my my sawed-off shotgun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have that. Okay. All right. Grab the maybe like I envision the bag being on the driver's passenger window, and I'll grab it. Guess I'm the bag man. Am I getting the Big Lebowski right now? Isn't this a lot of Big Lebowski?
Do you open up the bag?
Not right away.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait for him to like do his thing and take off around the block, and I am gonna do a quick look in the bag.
Okay. As the car kind of rumbles off, and you head toward the front door. Just before you kind of step in, you open up the bag, and yep, there's money in there.
Right.
It's 20s. It's like not like a suitcase full of money. It's just a duffel bag with money at the bottom. $1,000 really isn't that much in bills. So
it's probably more money than I've seen.
Oh yeah,
At
least in cash.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be like, kind of take a moment to reflect on like how the fuck did I end up here? What the fuck am I doing? It's all kind of. I'm gonna take a cigarette and light it and kind of look at this drop-off point. It's in what kind of establishment did you say it was?
It's called the Turk's Head Inn, and it's
Turk's Head Inn.
It's a 2-story building that's got probably maybe a total of 12 rooms on each floor, maybe at total. So as you kind of
taking a moment. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. As you're looking at it, the lobby, you can kind of see through the window on the front that the lobby's there, and then everything's kind of built off the wings.
Okay.
So there's like 6 rooms on each wings, and then there's a staircase.
And so, do I recall? Like, am I just supposed to like go in, or do I have like is there a room number I'm supposed to?
You have a room number 104. And your duty is to. You were told that you were set up. They set up a meeting for this time in that room, and that's what you're given.
All right. Do I see anybody that is like casing the joint? Anybody in any cars? I want to go give this place a thorough ocular pat down.
Because you assume that the parking lot's only got like 2 cars in it, because this is out of town, and you assume one is the innkeeper and one's one of the people staying here. As you kind of peer through, like it's kind of that like marbled glass, but you can see that there's a peg, the keyboard behind, so you can probably tell once you step inside what's vacant and what's not. As far as that, other than that, there's across the street and kind of behind the hotel itself. You're kind of in a wooded area.
Okay.
And then if you go south, because like you're kind of at a fork in the road.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of south, there's kind of marshland across the street there.
So here's kind of what I'm thinking I want to do here. The way I want to do this, I kind of want to stash the cash somewhere safe.
Okay.
So I want to stash
there's
it
a-
like somewhere in the woods. If I'm like, and I want to be, I'm looking around to make sure I'm not being, want to be kind of casual, make sure nobody kind of like, is seeing me stash it.
Okay.
But I want to just kind of nonchalantly kind of smoking my cigarette, go over,
I-
maybe into the wooded area and
I have an
stash it.
idea that's not in the wooded area, but it's up to you. You can take it or leave it.
Yeah, tell me, yeah.
There's like a trash can outside. You can pick up the bag, put it right underneath, put the bag back.
Yeah, I'll maybe like pretend I'm like throwing away, like I'll smoke my cigarette, kind of flick out the ash, toss, like open up the bag, or open up the trash can, toss my cigarette, and maybe turn and just kind of let the bag fall off my arm and put it into the trash can.
Sounds good. And as you kind of wipe yourself off and go to head inside, the door squeaks open behind you, and you see a old man fiddling with a radio. He's like, fucking should be able to get the Winchester station. God, do you know how these things work? As you kind of walk in, it's an older man.
I've seen a couple of them in my day. Do I know anything about them?
They just came out like a few months ago. As far as like radios you can have at home.
Yeah.
And you have no fucking clue what's going on here beyond the woodwork.
And I'll say, listen, I might not know a lot about how it works, but what I do know here is those radio waves are not good for you, man.
What?
Like
Really?
Yeah, I read that.
Like-
I read that in a book.
What did they do?
It's gonna cause all kinds of different types of deformations, mutations.
Mutations? What
yeah,
what in
so-
the Sam hell? Like,
Listen,
what kind? Like,
it's all a part of a plan, and I'd tell you all about it. But unfortunately, I have a pre-engagement to go to. My best advice though would be to turn it off. Maybe go outside, get some fresh air.
well, I got the window open over there. Got the fresh air
You
covered.
probably want to be outside.
Well,
Maybe go on a walk. Yeah, that'll probably do you good.
well, it's not even. Okay, and you just confounded, and you just like you can still see like the box that he like took it out of on the counter, and like it has the like really high price tag on it and everything. And he's just
I'm
like
gonna
trying to like
while he's like dumbfounded. I'm just gonna keep going.
just walk down the hall.
I'm gonna leave him confounded,
Fair.
unless he wants to say anything back, of course.
Nah. He's like, what? Did I get scammed? No. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. And like he goes and you hear him. Oh, here it is. And you hear the music kind of pluck on real quick as you head down the hall.
Goddamn idiot.
And as you reach room 104, you hear kind of a muffled metallic ping of a typewriter keys coming from the other side of the door.
Really? Okay. This is room 104.
Yes.
I don't see anybody else hanging out in the hallway or nothing like that.
No. Although the guy
I
did
guess-
walk across the lobby and like you heard the door open after you turned on the radio. But
So the guy, he maybe went out for that walk.
yeah, he's maybe playing it cautious.
Okay. I'll go and guess I'll go up to the door and give it a knock, knock, knock.
As you knock, the stops immediately. You wait a moment and let another moment pass. And there's dead silence.
Is it locked? I'll try to open the door.
As you go to turn it, the knob turns, but then you get caught on the chain as you open it. And you hear somebody move inside the room, and then a drawer open.
I'm gonna step back away from the door and be like, "Hey, now listen, I'm just here for an appointment."
The drawer snaps shut, and you hear a very nervous cocking of a gun, like somebody, like you hear the gear kind of shake in the man's hand as he pulls the hammer back. Who sent you?
Listen, I don't mean you no harm. I'm just here to complete a deal. Thought you'd be expecting me. I don't mean you no harm here, sir. While I like slowly put my hand on the barrel of my own, on the handle of the sawed-off shotgun in my jacket.
I said
no harm. I'm just here to complete a deal.
What deal? Like who sent you?
Well, the Reverend.
You hear?
You're gonna pay a ransom.
Ransom? What? And like you see him step over to the door and like peek through the gap at you.
Uh huh.
And who the fuck are you?
Shit, I don't think that matters a whole lot. I'm the bagman. I'm the goddamn bagman. I told you I'm here to do a deal. What? Do you not know what's going on? What's going on here? Who are you? What the fuck? I don't like this.
The Reverend sent you?
The Reverend sent me. You.
The door closes. You hear the chain rattle. The door opens again, and he like grabs you, not by the bag hand, but by the other hand, and just yanks you by the elbow inside, and then snaps the door shut and locks it again. He
take my hand off the gun in my jacket.
As you kind of get yanked inside, the curtains are drawn, and the only light in the room is coming from a bedside table lamp. Against the wall, there's a typewriter at the desk that has multiple crumpled pages kind of thrown about, and a wall full of newspaper articles, photos, and official documents all laced together with string. So
your name Harrison?
Who the fuck told you that? No, seriously. And he kind of cocks the gun again and puts it to you.
Hey now, listen. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I did not expect to find you here. Like I said, I'm the bagman. But this
the Reverend sent you? Shit, he's not who he says he is.
Oh, I believe you, son. Don't you? How old is this guy?
This guy is like late 20s, early 30s.
Okay, yeah.
Enough to not just be pulling a gun on just anybody.
Yeah. Say now. Listen. Who am I? My name's Billy Graves.
Yeah.
And I did not think I'd find you here, and I know this sounds really fucking wacko, because I'm be completely honest, my mind's a little blown here too. I did not expect to find you here. But you could say I'm a fan of your work. Read your unpublished article from the Boston Herald, was it?
What? What? Like?
Yeah.
He kind of like
it's about the
starts
the house,
to lower the
property.
gun. The Corbett house?
Yeah, the Corbett house. See, that case got reopened a little bit later here. I'm a part of a team of elite minds and investigators. We're a well-oiled machine.
You're saying you know this motherfucker, and he points at the police report to Michael Thomas.
Oh, Michael fucking Thomas, you bet.
Oh, fuck.
Listen,
So, all right.
I just followed your trail here. I gotta be completely honest with you.
We don't have time. We don't have. I don't have time to. Okay. Let me just explain real quick. This is going to sound really fucked up, but just hold on with me. Okay, so Michael, he goes over to the board and he begins to just try to explain
Listen,
it.
I got one of these at home too. I'm a big fan of this whole layout you got here. I'm learning some stuff. Go.
And he's like, so Michael Thomas, right back in 1914, right?
Yeah.
August. He escapes from prison. Now, one detail I noticed: he was missing his fingertips, right, on his ring fingers.
Yeah.
It was fucked up, right? Whatever. Anyway, didn't know what to do with it, right? So anyway, fucking next month, right here, he points out an article: Miranda Sardonicus murdered.
Yeah.
Right here. It says Jackson Sardonicus.
This looks like a lot better.
Survived.
Does this look like my board?
No, it's like your board, but there's differences. But yeah, so Miranda Sardonicus is murdered, and Jackson and his daughter Gabriel, they both survive. Okay, right. But okay, I end up tracking down pictures of Sardonicus before 1914. Normal hands.
Okay.
After 1914, he's missing the tips of his ring fingers, and he has a weird ring on. Anyway, that's
okay. So
that's,
he lost his fingers.
Yeah, and he has like this weird
And
ring
he got
on.
a ring.
But anyway, so I had to, this is just circumstantial, right? Yeah. So I had to find proof, right? So I found Sardonicus' old dental records, right? And a couple nights ago, I went to look for the burial site of the suspect, who ended up dying in that whole engagement. Look, I found out the body was discovered. It was buried under the grave of Nora Schultz. So I went and dug it up. Took a tooth impression, and found it's a perfect fucking match to one Jackson Sardonicus. So if the suspect died at the scene and has Jackson's teeth, who the fuck is the Reverend walking around?
You're saying that's not the Reverend. You're saying that's someone completely different, that the Reverend in fact was dead?
He died. I think he died when his wife died. And he points back at the news article. And this guy, who is now missing his fucking ring fingers, is fucking Michael Thomas.
Michael fucking Thomas?
I don't know how he changed his face. I don't know. They do all sorts of stuff with plastics, and surgeries have grown so well over the last years. I don't know how he did it, but I'm sorry, but that's...
Harrison, and I look at him and I grab him by this collar and I say, "You're gonna win a fucking Pulitzer Prize with this."
And I need you to roll me a listen check real quick.
Why is this? Why are we here? This is bad. He just put... This is super bad. A listen check. Listen. Boom.
Sorry, I'm not saying that.
44.
There it is, 44. You hear that song that was playing in the radio is now static. And there's something coming down the hallway as the floorboards creak. And this is where we're going to leave you as we go over to Rory. As we'll kind of rewind a little bit. Yeah. So you were back in the basement. You have just had a conversation with a 12-year-old girl about how you're a little concerned about her safety, and she had just told you that she asked you to take her with you. You take her hand.
I feel like I learned her name as well. Did I learn her name?
Yes, it's Gabby.
Gabby.
Yep.
Okay.
Give me one sec. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, Gabby. Look, I'm gonna get you out of here, okay? You're gonna be safe.
Okay.
I have friends who can take care of you, okay?
All right. And as
you tell us everything, we just gotta get you out of this basement.
Okay, let's go. And as you take her hand and go to take your first steps up the stairs, your knife hits the floor at the top of the basement stairs, and a stocky man is silhouetted in the frame of the door at the top of the stairs. His eyes flick to the door. Roll me a dex check.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Poggers. He flets the door shut as you barrel up the stairs, and it just as it slams close, your shoulder hits the door frame, cracking it off the door frame and barreling into him as he kind of gets sunk back into the coffee table,
so is there
rolling
a door
over.
between us right now?
He basically like grabbed the door and just shut it real quick and went to lock it, didn't get to the lock in time. So you basically just used your shoulder to barrel through the door and use that as a projectile into him. He got knocked with that door and barrel kind of hit the wall in the back, kind of behind him, as he kind of stumbles. And you hear him say, "Fuck, shit, there's somebody here!" And you hear some bottles clanking in the kitchen right around the corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up my knife off the ground and be like, "Gabby, go!" And I'm gonna push her sort of in front of me, and I'm just gonna like make sure that she gets out the door, and then I'm gonna start running behind her.
As you kind of push her towards the door, she kind of stumbles a little bit and looks back as the man rounds the corner and swings full blast a bottle at your face.
Okay.
Do you want to fight or dodge?
Oh, yes. Okay, so just like statistics-wise, what would those two rolls be? That'll help me decide what
brawl or dodge?
I feel like brawl is probably what I want to do then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just roll that green. That's going to be you unarmed.
Okay.
Doo-doo.
Looks like I failed.
I failed. As he kind of comes around, you are able to just take a lean back and avoid the bottle as it smashes against the wall, and you end up taking his head and just pounding it into the wall, creating a dent.
I'll use his own momentum to like with the bottle as he swings it around to like push his head into the wall with that same like swing.
Exactly. And some sheetrock crumbles into his face as his eyebrow starts to bleed.
Yeah. And as he like sinks down the wall, I'll kick him back and start running out the door.
He will try to dodge that a little bit. Go bam. I don't have that actually set up. Yeah, go ahead and give me a fighting brawl. Okay, yeah.
I rolled again, we're doing really good right now. This is
20.
not gonna last,
Oh, wow.
guys.
Oh,
As he goes,
always so good.
I know.
he as he kind of slumps against the wall and like sees the cut coming in, he goes to dodge out of the way, and you just swing your foot just a little bit to get him at the end of your kick and catch him right in the jaw.
Yeah.
He slumps to the floor and he's kind of crawling on all fours as you kind of just step over him and go to head out the door behind.
I'm not trying to like spend time like on this guy. I'm trying to like move for sure.
Right. As you take your steps towards the door, you hear a hammer cock back, and the guy that you planted into the wall with the door, from like a sitting position.
Guy.
It's two guys.
Oh fuck. Okay. Yeah.
He pulls a shot off at you.
Yeah. I'm gonna just try to like put my body around Gabby to make sure that nothing hits her, and like form a barrier in the hallway, but also make myself as small as possible.
As you're heading towards the threshold, the gunshot goes off. You hear it ping, and you head out with your heart pounding.
It doesn't hit me.
You don't feel it hit you.
Okay, yeah, great. Let's go.
As you run out the back, you hear some scrambling back from the room, and Just as you're running, I need a dex check, just for this sprint across the lawn.
Oh, Rory. Oh, Rory, I love you. Oh, Rory. What a man.
And this is going to be at...
Oh, fuck.
That was an extreme difficulty, but he got it. So with that, you feel something jump up and bite you as you break into the bramble, and twigs start snapping and popping around you. And you head into the dark. So there's more gunshots that sound behind you as you run. But
Do I have something on me now? Like something literally bites me?
no, I used the Forrest Gump bit.
Oh, I see. I mean, do I get to the car? Or are we not to the car yet?
We're not to the car yet, but you have gotten away to quote safety, out of immediate danger. As you kind of crack through the bramble into the darkness. And I think this is where a really good place to take a break. So that's just what we will do. I'll leave you with
Perfect.
some
My
tunes.
glasses just broke, so this is perfect timing.
Well, it was such an intense scene, bro.
My lens just popped right out. Just like,
I like that your
psychic
camera
damage,
blurred it
just
like it
shot.
was
Yeah.
It's
not
funny.
safe.
Luckily, I can fix it.
All right, cool.
Not safe for stream.
But we'll be back here in just a few minutes. We're just going to do a little bio break. You can do so as well. Get around, walk around, take a stretch, pet the dog, whatever you want. And we'll be back here soon. So yeah. Hello, and welcome back. With Occult Origins. This is chapter 10. We are about halfway through. There are things happening. People. There are things happening.
There are things happening.
So many things.
So yes, with Billy hearing something down the hall, Rory questionably possibly injured and on the run with a little girl, and Livy and
Rescuing
Georgia.
Little girl. That's
Rescuing.
Rescuing.
Context.
Little girl.
Important qualifier.
And asterisks. But yes, and Livy and Georgia are currently going to make a deal with a questionable devil. But that being said, let's pick up with them. That seems like the nicest place to pick up right now. It's just nice and easy.
It's the calmest, yeah.
Right?
I guess.
With that, let's go ahead and get things queued up.
I like cutting from like us fighting for our lives to like, you guys are at brunch enjoying and catching up as sisters.
Can you pass me a macaroon, please?
Conspiracies, kidnapping, tea time.
Right. And then for woe, just know that the best way to serve your audience is to just give them a little bit of what they want. So there you go.
Bite size. Bite size.
Bite size.
Yeah.
Nugget.
Small portion.
Just nuggets of what you want, if you will. See? Anyway. As we pick up back with Livy and Georgia, they are being led down a hall, a narrow hall, and kind of behind in the backstage of the theater. Kind of zigzagging through the various hallways, up a half flight of stairs, and you eventually make your way into a small but somewhat extravagantly decorated office, complete with a mahogany desk and leather chairs. It doesn't feel like her office, but she obviously commands it and walks around the chair and offers you seats as you walk in, and she grabs a little cigarette case, flitting it open, and offering it out to you.
Georgia will accept one as she carefully sits herself down, leaning the umbrella against the armchair.
And then offers one to Samara. Samara takes one, and then offers it to Livy.
Livy will take one, but she won't smoke it.
Fair. As she goes to light Georgia and Samara's, she goes and holds the Zippo out to Livy.
I'll pass this time around, thank you.
She gives you the quickest glimpse of a frown, but then immediately recomposes and says, "Fair. So, you are the ones nearly giving the old Reverend a heart attack." And she smiles.
Is that what we do?
Oh, he has been very paranoid over the last few days. It's kind of fun to watch, honestly. How rude of me. I am Deandre Wright. And as we have already made our acquaintance, I didn't catch your names.
I did introduce myself downstairs.
Oh, no. Your real names.
I think for now, I will be withholding that, if you don't mind.
Fair.
Livy will turn to Samara and say, is this something I have the pleasure of disclosing, or has this already been disclosed for us?
And she says, "Look, I didn't say anything. It was just..." And she kind of bites her lip. It is, of course, completely your choice. I just figured in the air of good conscience and making sure we're all friends that we'd be a little more transparent, but fair enough.
Must understand our side of things. It's walking into a lion's den, as it were. I think our anonymity is a little to ask in this situation.
She kind of blinks at you. Fair. So, what is your business here? I understand that you've been snooping around, but beyond that, I know very little else.
Well, snooping, yes, apparently not very well concealed. And she kind of flits her eyes a little bit to the side. But,
Because I climbed that ladder, isn't it?
But, we're looking for someone. A few items of interest from my employer, but beyond that, maybe deal with Sardonicus and be on our way. This was meant to be a quiet operation.
And I've honestly been looking for a opportunity. Everybody's here is a little too close to the chest, as it were. It's good to have somebody on the outside who can still remain objective. That being said, let me be transparent about my part. I am a leading member of the Brotherhood. I joined many years ago for the influence and to be part of the community that it offered. Obviously, things have changed, and the focus has shifted more recently. Obviously, we went from reading about these rituals and happenstance to seeing them. Many of us interpret this as our worship being rewarded after many long decades, but After a while, I noticed that Reverend wasn't exactly forthright with his intentions. Noticed he was grooming the girl for something.
Girl.
Yes, his daughter, Gabriel. She kind of, like, gets lost in thought and just kind of looks through the corner of the room for a moment. And I've seen what he did to her, and I've seen what he does to those that challenge him. She visibly shudders as she says that.
Georgia will kind of rub her fake eye for a moment, and no, I'm rather familiar with the methods that they use. And then some.
All I know is he is bad news, and is pushing the Brotherhood, as it were, into a untenable situation.
And Deandre, you feel that you could guide the Brotherhood into a better direction? I mean, we are
Undoubtedly. I came here for some form of, I don't know, answers. A concept of enlightenment, as it were, was offered, and as I have seen the things they worshipped, I thought, why not give it a try originally? I've learned that there is rewards for properly worshipping, and there are punishments for those who take what is given for granted.
It's quite a toll to worship something of that caliber.
I mean, you can see it on the...
I was gonna ask, how old is Deandre? She doesn't seem...
Deandre's like in her 40s? Like mid to late 40s?
Okay.
So they're at least close to age, her and Georgia.
Yes.
Yeah. But I can understand how it can be hard to turn away after seeing and knowing everything that you do.
So, I am left with a bit of a conundrum, as I have many allies, and I understand many people are opposed to his ways, but I lack the, I guess, courage to put myself out there, because as soon as he catches a whiff that a coup is about, he will kill everyone.
I'm
Best case scenario.
getting the sense that you need a pair of puppets.
No, more like outside agents, as it were. I'm not going to send you after him directly. I'm not asking you to be assassins or even spies. I'm asking you to do probably what you came here to do, to undo the mess that is here. I have a plan, but I would rather not divulge it until I know you're agreeable to cooperation at the very least.
everything lining up quite the way it is, almost. It won't even human a thought. But I think that we may be able to help each other here. We don't quite have the manpower to really make quite the assault. But
And
if you need somebody as a mask, so to speak, I don't think we would have much of a problem taking the blame on this. Work together to take him out. You get your own back.
she kind of looks over to Livy and she speaks for you?
She does not. However, I've grown to trust Georgia, and I agree with what she's saying.
You hear a sigh of relief from Samara as you say that.
Is Samara close, like within reach? Is she like sitting adjacent?
She's like right behind you, yeah. Kind of by the door.
Okay. Livy will kind of reach back for Samara's hand and say, I want to make sure that we are all aware of the desired outcomes here. I think that we all have particular goals in mind, and Samara, if everything goes as planned, I want you to leave with us.
That will be her choice, of course. And she kind of gives you the slightest of nods. But if we are all agreeable, then I believe it's time to divulge. I believe that the old man's power relies in the ring on his finger. I've seen the spells he casts and weaves, and no one, even remotely human, can weave such powerful spells from nothing. I do not know how we can, but if there was a way that we could steal the ring or destroy it, it would give us quite the edge and leave him just another old man with parlor tricks. Of course, if he finds out about it, and I guarantee is guarding it with everything he has, the consequences will be swift. Understand, we'll probably all go down if you get caught. And I don't want to bullshit you. I'm not even sure how to do it or destroy it, even if we got it, but that is his Achilles heel, as it were. And without it, he's just another old man with malicious intent.
I think it's fair to say we'll take it one step at a time. The first step being, what's the first opportunity we have to get close to him in this ring?
I may have an idea, however, do have to wait for Ernest and Pete to come back from their respective missions, as it were.
I agree.
I think Ernest maybe are in there. Did have a meeting tonight with him.
He had a meeting with the Reverend.
Livy will look at Georgia like, did we say too much?
I believe your friend is in terrible danger.
I suppose.
But
Not at this point.
and I think with that we'll kind of fade away from the scene as Livy, Deandre kind of goes and shakes everybody's hand on the deal. And as you go to leave, Samara kind of goes out into the hall with you, and Deandre gives you your privacy. And as you kind of head to the exit door, she kind of turns before she opens it, and look, I didn't mean to trap you. She found the note, and this was a little bit of her idea, but I tried to just steer it in the right direction. Hopefully I didn't put you into a situation that put you into more trouble. I'm sorry.
Samara, I just want to make sure that you're okay. And I will do anything to make sure that you are okay.
Please
know that.
She smiles, like, kind of feebly, but then pulls you in for another hug. As you, kind of embrace, and the hug goes on a little longer than normal hugs go on. You decide to pull away, and, well, hopefully everything goes smoothly. This will all be over soon. Discuss with your friends. Hopefully you can kind of come up with a plan. Maybe we can figure something out.
Yeah. And I think at this point, because of how paranoid Livy is getting as time goes on, she's got like this little napkin full of salt that she wants to hand Samara, just for good luck. Just keep this. You'll probably never need it, but just throw it over your shoulder for good luck, please, for me, because we're gonna need it.
Of course. And she just immediately throws it over. Good luck to you as well, and make sure you stay safe.
I'll do my best.
We'll be in touch soon. And she opens the door, lets you out into the alleyway again, and smiles at you one last time before, as the door closes. And you head back to the motel. With that, we're gonna cut over to Billy. The radio went silent and the hallway softly creaks. As you kind of you just briefly pause mid-conversation, Harrison kind of looks at you, and, what's wrong? The door, the floorboards outside the
You're muted.
Oh, you're muted.
Woof.
Sorry. I thought you were just being super quiet and just mouthing everything.
Like the symbol. I was like, okay.
No, yeah, I was doing that. I was doing that at first, but I was asking if the chain to the door had been relocked by Harrison. Okay.
You're a horse winning.
I heard that too. My bad. As the floorboards just outside the door squeak,
right outside the door?
Yeah.
So where are we in approximation of the door? Like, I'd kind of like to get like my back up against the door and slowly draw the shotgun and kind of point it at like toward the bottom where the crack might open. And if I need to shoot someone's foot, I'm gonna blow it the fuck off.
Okay. As you kind of like take a couple of steps towards to go behind the door, the floorboards squeak, and you hear Harrison go, "Oh wait!"
Don't you dare!
The door bangs open, the chain snaps off, and a shotgun blasts across the room, shattering the lamp and plunging the room into darkness. As things go aggro in here, you feel a spray of warm liquid splash across your face before you hear something heavy slump to the floor right next to you.
You bastard, you took Harrison from me!
Dex check.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Extreme 7.
Hell yeah.
As you
Backflip.
okay.
Hell yeah.
There's as you're kind of heading towards the door swings open right in front of you. There's a man in the doorway silhouetted. There's a window behind you. You have a shotgun on your hip. What do you do?
So anyway.
Okay. I move out of the way. You said there's a silhouette
In the door frame of the man.
door frame? Okay, well, yeah, I think like I might like fall to the ground a little bit and then like hold up my just take
Sawed-off.
a double barrel shotgun.
Yeah.
The sawed-off shotgun and aim for a leg.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a firearms rifle shotgun. Oh, extreme! Oh, rolled a 16 damage. All right. As you get sprayed with warm liquid, the body thumps next to you. You hear the and the barrel the silhouette just turns, pivots a little bit. You fall to the ground and go pop, and you hear a scream as pretty much everything below the knee just kind of flies away. And he just collapses to the ground as the shotgun goes off one more time, putting a hole in the desk right next to you. You hear him screaming, and as he kind of begins to pull himself out of the frame, the door frame. What do you do?
Shit. I'm a blitz him. Rush out, crawl across the ground over to him, and I want to try to get the gun. He has a shotgun too.
Yes.
I want to get that shotgun out of his hands.
Okay.
And pin him to the ground.
As you roll in, and crawl across, and go to grab his shotgun, go ahead and give me a brawl.
Unarmed? Is that the same?
Yes, that is armed.
Oh no!
As you go to grab the shotgun, he wrenches it away from you and goes to reel it back into your face and just kind of clips you on the nose. You hear something pop, and your nose just immediately starts bleeding.
Do I take damage?
You take, yes, you do. It's non-lethal, but you're good. I'll keep track of the damage over here.
Cool.
As what do you do now?
Shit. Do I still got my? I think I might still have my shotgun.
Yes, you still have your shotgun.
I'm just gonna just level it right at him and just be like, drop it or you're gonna die here, son.
As you kind of flail a little bit and go to level the shotgun, he will fighting brawl back.
Oh, you bastard.
You can dodge or you can fighting brawl to try to counter that move.
I'm gonna dodge. Is that
Go ahead and
dex
roll
or
your
is there a
dodge.
skill?
There's a
Okay, there
dodge
it is.
skill, which is half your dex. As he does this, he pulls the shotgun back and just brings it right back into your face again. This time hitting your eye socket and part of your nose again. You feel your nose squelch and crunch again as this impacts you one more
I
time.
was looking so sharp, and now my nose is broken in 2 places.
I'm just rolling that for damage. Don't worry about that. 5 damage.
Okay, that scared me. Critical. You rolled a 1. That's scary to me.
Yeah, I know. It was just for the damage. You're good.
Okay.
As you reel from this attack, your nose now bleeding and your eyes starting to water. It's turned into just a scrap. What are you doing?
All right, I gave him a shot. I'm gonna kill shot. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. As you kind of put the shotgun down into the niche of his neck and throat,
Yep.
go ahead and pull the trigger.
Oof.
It's a point blank shot, so you get it basically, because you're at such a high level, it makes it 140
Okay.
to fail. So yes, the shotgun goes off and a red mist occurs right in front of you as your ears ring. And as you your eyes begin to stop watering, you look about, you see the slumped over body of Harrison. You see the mostly headless corpse of a police officer that you just shot.
Oh no!
And
Oh no.
the wall with all the evidence is just sprayed with crimson.
Fuck!
I get up. I'm like in shock. Oh, this is bad. This is so bad. Oh Lord. On the board of crimson, is there a copy? Can I find where he pointed out the dental records? Can I find the fucking dental records?
You see what looks like dental records, and you just scrape them off the wall, crumpled up, bloody, and you just run out the door.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck.
As you scramble out the lobby, the old man is no longer there, and the radio is completely on static. You burst out the front door and run away into the woods.
I burst out the front door. I guess there was gunshots, so yeah. I'm gonna go hang out in the woods for a little bit.
As you kind of
Keeping note of that, I left that cash there. I might need to come back for that later.
as you run across the street, you hear in the distance police sirens.
Oh shit!
As
yeah,
you
I run off.
crack through branches and bramble and gun it north into the woods. And that's where we'll leave Billy for now. Coming out of another set of woods, we hear the crunching of branches and twigs and whatnot, and Rory rolls out of the bushes, bleeding a little bit into his black suit, doing his best to hide it from the girl. And you end up right by the car.
I'm just gonna look to Gabby and be like, "You okay?"
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here. And I'll open the door for her to get in the passenger side.
As you kind of open the door, a little bit of blood just trickles out, and she's like, "Are you okay?"
I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Let's just get out.
I can. And she kind of gets up into the car as she says, and she kind of says something as the door closes. You roll back around, hop in the, roll up the car, start up the engine, get in, and rattle off kind of squealing the tires a little bit as you do a U-turn back towards town.
Do I remember that they had a meeting at the theater? Did I know that?
Yes.
I can't remember.
You did.
I'm just trying. I'm genuinely trying to think like where would Rory go with her, and I think it would be to meet. I think that I got to get this. My first thought is I got to get this girl to Georgia as quickly as possible. So I'm gonna try to find them.
Okay. You know that the theater's like right by where you were staying anyway, so
Okay. Yeah,
it wouldn't be the worst
okay.
to like check there and then go to the inn.
Yep. Yep.
And as you kind of roll out, squealing tires throughout the town and zigzagging, you end up pulling up next to the theater. And as you look about, you see that the place is closed. You don't see them obviously, but as you kind of roll around the corner, you see that they're just stepping out of an alley and heading onto the street back to the inn.
Yeah, I'll roll down the window and go, Georgia, Livy, get in.
Oh, wonderful. We don't have to walk all the way back.
No questions asked here.
Georgia will go to get into the front seat, see the child, and just... Hello.
Hi.
Georgia, this is Gabby. Livy, Gabby.
Hi.
Hello.
She'll go to the back door and hop in, close the door. So we're going to talk about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we gotta talk about this. But
Okay.
do we have any idea where Billy is right now?
No, he had the meeting with Sardonicus. Which...
Gabby, do you have any idea where Billy is right now?
Why would she know?
Just-
Yeah.
Gabby, do you have any idea where Billy is right now?
Well, is that the hairy one?
Yeah.
Oh, I like him. Yeah. Let's see. And
I'm
as
gonna look at Georgia and then look at her and then look at Georgia and like give Georgia eyes like, Georgia, fucking watch this, and then look at the girl again.
the girl, she kind of leans down her head up for a moment, and it kind of bobs down, and all of a sudden her eyes start to twitch underneath her eyelids, and she just goes completely like relaxed, limp, just
I'm gonna
sitting
pull
in the
Georgia
car seat.
like up to the like so that she's sort of like leaning into the passenger seat, so that like we're all kind of like ogling, I guess, the girl right now.
And as she does this, she you weirdly see the birds swirl and overhead through the windshields. And after a few moments, she's like, she kind of snaps out of it. Forrest, he shaved.
He's clean shaven and he's in the forest. Do you have any idea where? Any identifying markers?
No, I'm sorry.
Shit.
Do you know maybe what direction from here?
She starts to kind of like inhale faster and faster. I don't know. I don't.
Thank you for trying. And then I'll say I'm just gonna start driving. We're gonna try to find Billy.
Okay. As you as you kind of put it into drive and start heading forward, and head back to the inn. Maybe he's back there.
I was gonna just like drive the streets a little bit and see if like I saw him walking down, because he doesn't have a car, right?
Right.
I guess I would start back where he met up with Sardonicus originally, and then just start sort of like.
Okay.
I'm gonna take at least like 20 or 30 minutes, like looking around the streets for him and explaining like what happened.
Okay.
To Georgia and Livy, about how I found Gabby in the basement of the parish house there.
There.
She was
And-
locked up and deadbolted.
And we're all
In the car.
So we're all in the car, and we all confirm that Gabby is Gabriel, who is the daughter of.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
but you can kind of put those two together if you want.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah. Well, no, I just wanted to make sure, like, everybody who's in the car, like, knows now. Like, there's not, like...
And as you kind of, you don't find them anywhere in the town center or around the, where the beach where you dropped them off. And that's 30 minutes later, you've explained this whole thing and you're heading back to the inn. If nothing else, just to grab your shit and get the fuck out or whatever.
Yeah.
And as you kind of go to pull onto the street and roll up around the corner, something streaks out into the street right in front of your car. Go ahead and give me a drive auto check.
Ooh.
Come on, Rory Luck.
I don't know why I'm having so much trouble finding my shit tonight.
It's in alphabetical order.
Okay, yeah, there it is.
Should be in the first,
There you go.
column.
Oh boy.
Here
Not
we
this
go.
time.
As you slam on the brakes, you hit whatever it was. And
It was Billy.
It was, yeah. As you kind of stop the car and get out, you hear Billy writhing on the ground, just hit by a car.
What the fuck?
Oh God! Oh, I was the bag man. It all went to shit. I couldn't be expected to handle the bag and the talking all at the same time.
Oh, God. All right, get in quickly. We need to move. Hurry. Get in.
Well,
Oh God!
we'll say that as we're taking all our shit from the inn and like getting in the just taking whatever is necessary and getting in the car.
As you kind of gather this shit show into the car and head back off, luckily you have bench sheets in the front. You head back to you just head down the rest of the street to the inn.
Oh, yes, right.
Yeah, because we gotta grab him and then head over there and grab our shit.
What the fuck do we do now?
Oh God!
All right, hold on.
I'm gonna correct my nose. So
I'm sorry, Billy. I didn't mean to hit you.
No, that was broken before. You really just hit it right at a terrible spot. This is like the third time. I think it might be even broken in 3 places.
George is gonna step aside while they're all kind of scrambling at the moment and kind of step over to Gabby. And she's just gonna kind of crouch down and just... So, me and Rory and our other friends are gonna have a little talk for a moment. Can I leave you to yourself? Will be all right?
Oh, I'm used to being by myself.
What? There's a kid here?
Do you like to draw?
She keeps on she's not looking at you, she's just looking at Billy. Kind of a little bit scared and mortified, this is the first time she's seen somebody reset their
Does
nose
anybody have a
and
drink?
just have blood just gushing out their face. So she's just
Georgia kind of brings her into frame so that she can distract. Do you like to draw?
Yeah.
Okay. And, she'll grab some bits of paper, charcoal, and kind of set her to a desk and pull the others to the next room to kind of talk about things. She'll close the door.
All right. As you kind of make your way into the inn, no receptionist behind the desk. Head back into the hall. Back into your rooms. Get her set up in the non-conspiracy board room and head over to the Peggle board and
I'm covered in blood.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Your nice white shirt's just now
All right.
perfectly stained.
As we're doing this and coming back together, I think Livy would be inclined to check Rory and Billy. Can I do like?
I assume that it would be. I was just going to kind of passively do it while we were talking. You're kind of like bandaging up while we're kind of sitting around unpacking everything.
All right, we're gonna get to the child in a moment. She just kind of glares at you for just a brief second before turning to Billy, and what happened? You went to meet with Sardonicus. What happened?
It went all cockeyed. Let me tell you.
I can see that.
Well, as you can see, I'm clean shaven. That was different. I showed up.
You?
It wasn't a church at all. It was some weird freaky ass barber shop. Despite my protest, they insisted upon shaving me clean, which I felt a little strange about, but I don't know. I kind of like try to touch my face and realize I'm covered in blood. Like, oh God. Like maybe I'll like grab a. I know. Listen. So I meet with Reverend Sardonicus. He's getting shaved. I'm getting shaved. And he tells me that his daughter got kidnapped and he needs a bagman.
So you had a spa day and then you became the bag boy?
Bagman, excuse me.
Bagman.
But yeah, when you put it a little like that, I do feel some amount of shame. I won't lie to you here. But he made a compelling case when I met with him. He made me think that his daughter was taken and kidnapped, and I was to be a bagman and hand off a ransom to some terrible people. And you're all gonna flip shit when you hear about this, so I show up to be the bagman. And guess who's at the meetup? Reporter goddamn Harrison from the Boston Bagel or whatever the fuck the newspaper was called.
Boston Globe, the unpublished.
Yes, yeah, that's the one. The unpublished article.
What the hell is he doing here?
Right.
Oh, he was the thread that led us here. He was doing his thing. He had a peggle board a little bit more impressive than ours, to be completely honest. I was a little impressed, but I got this. I pulled out this wad of bloody tissue paper that I got from the fucking.
Can't make any sense of this bloody mess. And where the heck is he now?
Hold on.
I don't think that's our problem.
I'll try to straighten it out. Can
It's bloody, but like you can see it.
Yeah.
Boom. Here we go. Reverend Sardonicus is not Reverend Sardonicus. This reporter Harrison, yep.
He's just showing you like a picture with like a tooth imprint and like slapping it and stuff like that.
See whose teeth that is? That ain't reporter. That ain't Reverend Sardonicus. This is so like here. Stop. Hang on. This is what I'm trying to say.
Hold on, Billy, calm down. I think when bodies come in like regularly, like we do the dental records.
That's what this is. Sure. This dental records. Mm-hmm.
So you're saying they're not apples? Yeah,
they're not the same. Listen, reporter Harrison, he's some kind of freak. He dug right into the grave, not just on the grave. Like, it was buried on some other grave. Like, they were trying to hide it. He dug through another grave to get to the grave that got the actual Reverend Sardonicus and compared the teeth, and it don't match. Now, I'm about to bust y'all minds wide open here.
Okay.
You ready for this? I don't think you are. I'm gonna wipe my face off with the blood. Reverend Sardonicus is goddamn Michael motherfucking Thomas. The fingers, he's missing fingers, and he's got the Blackwood family ring.
Okay,
it's all making sense. It's all making sense.
Hey, calm down. Gabby's gonna know that her dad is dead.
I'm sure she already knows.
It was a fucking setup.
Listen, she's still a child.
Listen to me, Billy. When you met with Sardonicus, did he have the ring?
I feel like I would have recognized it, but I wasn't looking for it.
You did notice he was actively playing with his hands and hiding them? the entire time?
Playing with his hands, that shifty bastard.
Okay. We need to find Sardonicus. We need to get that ring. We need to find out whatever the fuck is going on, and then we need to leave immediately. Shit has officially hit the fan.
Cause you haven't even heard the most of it. Killed a cop.
You what?
That may
yeah.
not necessarily be a bad thing. He may have taken out one of the ones that we needed to deal with anyhow.
Oh yeah, I mean he's got a foot and a head less. Let me tell you here.
Cranium left.
I know, it was bad.
Okay.
I had no choice, but they killed reporter Harrison right in front of me. They killed him dead. This is the only piece of evidence I was able to get out of there before the fucking cops showed up. I was a bad man. It was a setup.
I want to ask you one question, Billy, because this is very, very important. Why did you not say something before you went there very brashly and completely, at this point, compromised our position?
We didn't have a chance.
Actually, we were just setting up a nice little rendezvous with a Miss Deandre, right? Who is in a complete power struggle with Sardonicus, and we just agreed to help her take him out. You were supposed to be the inside man to help us with that.
That's what I thought it was going to be, but it turned into something different, so I rode the wave that I was given, Georgia. You weren't there, nobody was there.
You should have stopped and consulted. We could have postponed it. And you, and she turns to Rory, completely
Georgia,
ignoring Livy, turns to Rory. Kidnapping a child?
She was a kid. I'm not. Okay. First of all, I didn't kidnap her. Okay. She was locked in the basement. Clearly, she had been forced there beyond, against her will already.
Okay. And you thought this was a good idea to take a child of whom you don't know's origin or parentage or anything about her. You just decided to scoop her up and be hero of the day, correct?
In our visions, I saw this girl, we in our dreams, we had that same dream from this basement. She's clearly connected to all this. She's had visions of all of us. Okay, she can see us.
And you thought it was a good idea to go and play hero when you were merely meant to go out and observe and report the situation.
Georgia, if there was no option to leave. It's like Billy was saying. Sometimes when you're in the
option to leave, you could have turned around, saved us this huge problem that we now have to take drastic
measures for. I had to almost
for.
kill a guy in there, and I got shot twice. There wasn't
an option. You could have left her alone and come back, and we could have dealt with it later. Both of you have possibly completely fucked us.
Georgia, I don't think you know
it
how
is
these
your
things
fault.
work. When you're in the field, you got to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
You gotta do what you have to do.
And you leave her
Billy and I
there.
both
She
did.
was not our purpose for being here.
I saved the fucking girl's life, Georgia, okay?
Did you?
Yes. She was locked in the basement having fucking tea parties with crows.
It sounded like she was nice and safe right where she was.
Being used by Sardonicus to keep tabs on us. Sardonicus knew fucking Billy's name, okay? Because of this girl.
And to be completely fair, he wasn't exactly very good with his cover, now was he?
Well, clearly neither were any of us. It didn't matter because this girl could fucking see us the whole time. You want Sardonicus to continue to have tabs on where we are? I leave the girl with him.
I can tell you right now that he may not have been using her to know exactly where we are. They have other ways.
She just fucking told me that he was.
Okay. And you decided to bring her to us? This was a good plan? Because he could be spying on her and know exactly where we are right now, which means that we need to leave. There's other ways to scry, Rory. Do you remember the day in the car with Morgan?
Time and energy.
Mm-hmm, it does.
For her, it seems fucking easy.
It's time and energy. Still time and energy. We need to go. There is no time for this. Get your shit. We need to get in the car and we need to go. And she begins to head down to the car. Not here. Because by chance, they are coming here for us to kill us.
And I fucking agree with that, but you don't even need to fight about it. We're all in the same team here.
Look. I tried it this way. Should have known. I should have known better. Get your shit. We need to go.
Whatever this is, it's fucking working right now. We're in the thick of it, but we're doing okay.
We are completely compromised. This whole entire thing has gone tits up. We have little to no chance of getting through this, except by a women prayer. We need a miracle.
All we have to do is take out Sardonicus. That's what you just said.
We have his child.
We have his child.
No,
It's not his kid. It's not his
That's
fucking
not-
kid. It's Michael Thomas
not-
who's fucking kidnapped her.
this is
And he
Michael
has the
Thomas.
ring, and he has the
everybody.
power of not only half of this fucking town, he also has the goddamn Weatherwood backing him.
Who?
You're not paying attention at all.
Weatherwood?
Yes. That very nice organization that was tracking us back in New York. The ones that assaulted Livy on the bus. Little tattoo just here.
Right. I mean, we don't know how much power they have in this.
They have
could be backing
quite a bit.
Deandre as well. You know?
It's not the case here, unfortunately. Actually, for our benefit, fortunately. They are siding with Thomas.
It seems like Deandre wants to be the head of their operation here as well. I mean, she's not a
Absolutely.
good guy.
She wants the Brotherhood. She wants that
She's
nice
a fucking
little
bad guy.
religious people who are sitting quiet in a dark corner, doing their prayers and hoping that something out there is listening to them. Now, Thomas is leading them into something far more dangerous. He is quite the bigger threat. And at this point now, we have no choice but to resort to using their own methods. Now,
What are you talking about?
pack your shit, get the girl,
do you mean
get
their
in the
own methods?
car, and let's go. And she
do you
heads
mean their own
downstairs to the car.
Oh my! Why is she so fucking mad right now? We're all the same thing.
Listen,
Once she gets going, Rory, you know this is Georgia. Let's.
hold up now. Where's your sister? What happened with that? Like, we haven't even covered
Yeah,
this
we haven't
part.
really
We don't know
covered
where
that.
we're going. Now listen,
I mean,
if
tell
we
us
have
we
a
get in the
second,
car,
if we
but-
need to
Yeah.
go somewhere, we need to go somewhere close and somewhere friendly.
The
We
door.
already met some fishermen. I'd
Sorry.
say we go hang out with the boat. See if we can ask them to take us to the island for the night. We could stay at the hotel, or at the lighthouse.
That's not a bad idea.
Sure. I don't think that's a bad idea at all, fucking Billy. That's a fucking great idea.
The-
Get us off the mainland.
Yeah,
If someone comes for us, we'll fucking know they're coming from a mile away.
Right. The door behind you, like, kind of squeaks open. And, Gabby kind of comes in. They're coming.
Thanks, Gabby. Let's go.
Thanks. Just
like
grab our
Gabby,
stuff.
how close?
Take off.
I feel like it's right there is where we'll cut it.
Okay.
And, we'll pick it up next session. But,
Shit.
yes, that'll be the end of chapter
Oh shit.
10. We're 10 chapters in. Methods. See you soon.
Ooh.